What is up, everybody? This is Tikwe, also known as Richard, and I'm coming back to you with another caster game. Just finished this game, and there's a bug that I believe is at the moment something that makes HRE virtually unplayable, because you kind of count on this system to work because it's part of the faction, and unfortunately it leaves you hanging very badly. Especially against what you'll see. The English player right now is Musami. He's playing the English versus the Holy Roman Empire and doing the standard 2-2-2 split. He's going to transition into a mill very shortly and get wheelbarrow into farms. And we are going to go with a double scout opening and pick up those sheeps. And we want to transition into, safe food. I forgot to drop off the starting sheep, so I took them with me, unfortunately. So this food is going to run out. So I am transitioning into a mill on the hunt, and it's going to be a little bit slower to start with, so a little longer on the age up, but that's okay. And we have 3 on gold, so 1 builds the house and goes into gold, 2 builds a gold mine, hops onto gold. So that works out pretty well. The map is called Altai, but I've experienced this on multiple different maps. And this is not a build order guide, this is just to demonstrate the bug. And I'll show you guys from a Holy Roman Empire perspective. I think I did really well to defend against this English player. I'm speeding up here to show you. You can see the macro is 6 and 3. And very shortly, I think until we reach 8, there's 1 idle villager right here on top, but there we go. So 8, usually as soon as I eat 8 food, I go into wood. I transitioned more off, so I have 5, but you can see immediately I reach the age up, and I take food villagers and 1 wood villager to start building the Archon Chapel. He's transitioning into farms with wheelbarrow, like I said, and he's gonna go up with the farms into the council hall and push with the barracks into, archers. So very standard play. I have the prelate out here. I'm just slowing down so you guys can just get a break. The prelate's on the gold mine. I got harassed by the scouts, but I just have the prelate on top of them. You can see they're all still full health. They don't get affected by it very badly. And you can see he has how many? He has 9 on wood, 5 on food, but with the farms and the increased lumber and food from the farms, he's gonna have some really high units popping out here as soon as he gets that age up. So we have our Archon Chapel down. We finished 2 straggler trees, and we got our first outpost up, second outpost going up. So we are more than prepared for the English. Blocking off the front here. I didn't see a point of closing off here, because if they get any closer here, the archer or the town center can cover up to here. This outpost can cover basically up to here, so they won't really get in with this little block, right? So that's a very comfortable start, in my opinion, for the Holy Roman Empire. And we'll slowly start transitioning into the stone now, so we can go for that upgrades. We see he reaches the H2. As soon as he reaches H2, I go into the stone, so we can get those arrow slit upgrades, and I just transition more onto gold, so we can start planning for that castle age and popping out units. Now, so what I'm basically talking about bug-wise is we are looking at the emergency repair. At the moment it says in influence structure damage. So your structure needs to take damage, and it needs to be in the influence zone of this before you can use emergency repair. This is not, so I won't be able to use emergency repair. That's fine, I understand that, right? The town center has this orange zone right here, as you can see, spanning all the way up to the berries right here. So this stable, not in the influence. Okay, you can see the emergency repair is not available. Emergency repair is available here as soon as we take structure damage right there. Okay, now let's just slow things down again. We have the outpost ready right here, 2 outposts up here. We tried walling off as well, and Okay. I built this wall, right, so that the scouts can't get in, so they can't see what's happening. Because if you stop scouting information, you have a better chance of surprising your enemy with things that you do, like a double stable, etc. Right? So now I have to pull this villager away, but this is where they got through. Like, tell me how that is fair. I don't get this. Okay, so this is annoying me because I've lost more than 3 games now in the last week to bugs like this. You know, I dropped down the fence. Yes, they can burn it through. I had the villager right here, but now with that fence right on top of each other, they were able to sneak through there. I don't understand how that works. Okay, so I got my stables down. You can see influence zone wise. Now it's in the influence zone. The reason being, once I dropped down the regnets, it touched on the stable, and this stable got onto that stable. Okay, cool. Now, this is his army, by the way, just in that 2 minutes. It's a very nice timing push, 9 minutes, or 10 minutes rather. Getting the second outpost up, we have, what do you call it, arrow slits on this. I tried getting a second outpost up, but I'm not going to get that right with this amount of units. And you can see they are just streaming in right now. You know, more in queue there, more in queue there. And he could have gone for men at arms as well, but he was sticking to the spearmen, so I can't really counter with horsemen, which is the expected counter right now because I have double stables. If this was blacksmith, he would have probably gone into men at arms, which is the case right here, but he can do that with spearmen, and that's all he needs because he has food, he has wood, he's transitioning into more food, and he is sitting on 200 gold. You can see he also has the lumber upgrade, no mining pick upgrade, but those 2 villagers have been staying on the gold. So very, very proficient English player from Musami right here, right? But I don't think this is a lost game right now. The fact is I'm getting my barracks up. We have a gold here for at least 6 or 7 men at arms, and we have not enough wood to start maintaining different things, right? So I hop in the outpost, and you can see the amount of arrows coming out here. There we start firing down. I think I get a single unit there. There we go. He starts transitioning over, but this is not going to get emergency repaired because it's not touching this unit. Okay, I understand that. I have 2 stables right now. They're popping out horsemen. I have the Regent's Cathedral that's coming up here at the back. I could have cancelled this, probably gone into a Burgrave Palace, and this would have been dealt with. That's very, very possible. Okay. So now the 2 horsemen are picking down on the scout, surprisingly slow, 9 damage, no extra armor or anything right there. And then we will deal with this scout right here. 3 horsemen now, he's picking off on the scout. I'm committing to the regiments, right? So these units are gonna not be able to come through here. They're just gonna run around, as you can see. And this building, right, is in the influence of the town center. This building is in the influence of the town center. It says can't use this ability on this target because it's still being built. Okay. It's done. No emergency repairs. It says requires in influence structure damage. So now this building says it's not in the influence, which it is, and it needs structure damage to get emergency repaired, right? So now you can see we're popping out men at arms. We have horsemen that just died. Yes, it's spearmen, so they are just gonna shred through these horsemen. But I have the men at arms here at the back, and they will do some good work cleaning up these spearmen and archers. I should have gone for the Burgrave when they were going this aggressive. This was greedy. I understand why I lost, but that's not the reason why I'm frustrated. The fact is I have 3 barracks, 2 barracks coming out. A 3rd one's going to go down right now, and I have the stables, right? So the stable can get emergency repaired, but the problem is they are focusing down the Regent's Cathedral. And with that, I can't repair this. You can see in influence, it says it's not an influence. So I don't understand. This means in influence, right? It is in the influence of the building, it's taking damage. I can't use emergency repair. I tried connecting it with more houses very shortly. You'll see I'll drop more houses to try and see if I can force that influence barrier to get adjusted. Right, I have barracks. I can't train units. I ran out of gold, so I understand why I lost. That's not the point here. The point is, you can see I built 2 more houses to try and force that emergency repair. It's not in the influence, and this building goes down. At this point in stage, in my mind, is GG. You're going to lose your stables. The stables are popping up horsemen. With this army, you get 1 shot. So I understand why I lost. But this repair right here, the little things like this for the runaround, even though it was up, in my opinion, these little corners needs to be taken out. That should be the corner on that, and you can just extend on top of that. These little corner pieces are breaking the game, really. I don't understand why they are up, and why this is a thing, and why emergency repairs is not working. So there's a lot of glitches at the moment for the Holy Roman Empire that breaks the game. I mean, if this is a ranked game and you lose points and you just have to take it on the chin, what else can you do? You know, it's unfortunate that's the case. So you have to spend so much time trying to bug fix or problem solve these things in game, and you can't play the game, unfortunately. So yeah, it's a bit of a rant from my side. Let me know what you guys think. And unfortunately, yeah, that I decided to tap out on this game. But that's not the only one. The other bug that is very common right now is that once you have your prelate dropped out, or you can see even the Archon Chapel here, right? It's not showing the repair, even though some buildings show that repair if they are immediately available. You see, like there, you can see the emergency repair is available. It did take damage, I understand that. So as soon as this takes damage, you will have the emergency repair. But what happens with the Archon Chapel is when you drop your prelate out and sometimes back in, it sees no prelate inside, but you can't garrison. So your prelate can do whatever you want. You can garrison it with a rally point. It won't, the prelate won't garrison inside your Archon Chapel, unfortunately. So that is the first bug. This is the second bug. And stuff like this shouldn't be in a game that's already 1.5 years old. Yeah, so I hope you guys have a nice day. Sorry about the rant, and catch you guys in the next video.